Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. So just now what you saw is beautiful, beautiful Baba's place, extension of our Peace Village, new baby of Peace Village. And as Didi said, it's going to be healthy baby. So you saw that how this morning we did little ceremony. So we put the first break there. Actually, you saw the surrounding. It's so beautiful. There are 4 buildings there. And also there is one little building also. It's very nice where people can come and we can have a beautiful museum there. So it's a beautiful place. And so today all Baba's children went there and we did together a little ceremony and we showed you some of the glimpse of that. So you all are part of it, right? You felt that, right? Thank you so much. And I'm sure when you come for a treat, you'll be able to see the place as well. So now let's start the series. So today is day 26. Adopt the personality of spiritual royalty and purity. Today's topic, the soul and the body. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is okay? Yeah. Where is Anoli? Where is she? Oh, Anoli, congratulations. You did come in front.
Actually, credit goes to the editor.
She made video this morning, and that's what she does. She has...
Filming is easy, editing is the hard part. She did it so quickly. Stanley.
Who did it? Oh, Maitri. She's good in creating videos immediately, right? Yeah, Baba has children with all the talents, all the specialities. So, what Baba wants us that when the sanskars, which are not Brahman sanskars, God's children sanskar, just be detached from those sanskars. Because they could emerge first in your thoughts. Different kinds of thoughts can emerge. Very subtly, if you are holding something, there is some kind of, lack of contentment. So then words, then our drishti towards person, so it start coming in action. So we have not to allow those sanskars to become active. Because once the sanskar again comes in action, sanskar become more stronger. So if we can stop it right there by saying, these are not my sanskars, so I shouldn't take it. So immediately when you are detached, as Baba said, you say, they're not my sanskars. So that they don't again, the habit, no? You again do it, then again it's sanskar, then again. So it's always better to stop it there so that your thoughts change and it doesn't come up to the words, it doesn't come in our interaction with others. So that's what Baba means is sanskars of the Shudras is impurity and the forgetfulness. That means you have forgotten who you are. The soul and the body are two separate things. However, because of their ignorance, which is darkness, no? Knowledge is light, ignorance is darkness. People have confused the two. People have considered what is their body to be themselves soul. So because of this mistake, they experience, Baba says, too much distress, sorrow, peacelessness. So as soon as you find some sorrow is emerging, peacelessness, distress, immediately know, I am the stage of forgetfulness. I have forgotten who am I. Instantly we should feel like, now suddenly why? Some people come and say, I don't know, some or other, suddenly I feel sad or there is sorrow. So if you know the cause, from where it's coming, and you take remedy right there, no, of the cause. So instead of just coming and saying, I don't know what's happening to me, I'm very distressed. Why are you distressed? So Baba tells us the cause and then we have to remove it, right? So Baba says, in the same way, by considering the sanskars of purity, impurity, and forgetfulness to be your sanskar when they are in fact not the sanskars of Brahmins, but sanskars of Shudra. So Baba says you become influenced by Maya and then experience distress. So it's only God who is knowledgeful has given us knowledge, right? So many times we say, God, do this, do this, do. And what God will say, but I have given you knowledge, use it, right? Recently I had been really realizing that we go to Baba for anything, but Baba will say, but use knowledge. Have yoga with me, and I am here, definitely. Because that's why He has given us knowledge, no? To use that knowledge. So, purity has to be natural, soul consciousness has to be natural, because we are so near destination, no? Fulfillment of our aim. When we came here, what aim we were given. And that's why we are studying, right? This is regular study, morning, evening, during day, attention for the practice, right? Okay, Om Shanti.
Didi, what if sometimes the sword is not sharp enough? We have the knowledge, we know what to do, we're trying to cut that thought, but the sword is just so dull. What's the reason?
I think it's attention, no? In the sense of, I give you example from right now here. This morning was cold, and I hear some of you coughing a little bit, right? So, as soon, at least, if you are a little bit sensible and try, and when the sore throat begins, you take something hot water, all that, and try to avoid that it reaches to, I know my physician, very experienced person, says that as soon as you feel, try to cure the infection before it goes in your lungs. No? So they give you something where you can treat sore throat from very beginning. So in the same way, like symptoms start coming, like sometimes you are, as Baba said, not very happy, you don't feel very powerful, your courage is lost, you don't have enthusiasm, so it's emerging. So if we can take care at that level, as Baba said, find the cause, what is, from where it's happening, and immediately treat it, so it won't happen. And we find that it's reducing, right? Like before was very often, and now is like, okay, I come to know, and
Om Shanti.
you should tell a little bit, no, your name and whatever.
Sister Mary from Chicago, originally San Francisco, but Chicago for the last 17 years.
17, long time.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to appreciate on behalf of all of us the care and the time and the love that we've been experiencing from you this weekend. And we know that you love us, and we know that you want to fill us with love. But in addition to that, we also know that you need to train us for when you're not here. We have to be more self-sufficient, we have to be accurate, and we have to create unity among us. So one thing that I was really thinking about was last night when you were talking about 3 different aspects of a center. The center does spiritual sustenance, the center does service, and the center does administration. And you made the comment, after outlining what each one of those is, you made the comment, each one of you centers, you can look and see at what you can do that's new. And I thought, this is an interesting management style. It's management by inspiration. And does this management style work? You just say, you have confidence in us, and you say, do something new? And what is the outcome that you expect from this?
What? Say it again, last part.
Management by inspiration. So you'd never tell us, okay, I want all of you to do this, and you do this, and you do this. Instead, you say, you all look at your centers and see what you can do that's new.
You know, I recall, and I'm trying to, that when I came to Baba, I was very young, and I don't know what skills or whatever, but the way Baba set up everything, like even now, when I go to Shantivan, there are, let's say, 20,000 people, or 12,000, whatever it is. But every department, the head of department, like kitchen has about 120 of them, but there is a small team who really, will assign and kind of, like today somebody said very nicely that, today you all got to have everything hot, no? Because Babli Ben had been leading the team for 26 years now. I really bless her and her body, because 26 years she had been. And of course there are so many. I went around kitchen, some were rolling, some were frying, because she believes that if you have to eat very hot. No, so batura you got big, very hot, because they were frying. So somebody said why it worked so well, because they were making millet rotis, they were making gluten-free roti. On one side, when I was surprised, whosoever, whatever kind of diet they want, they were doing. They say because we are assigned that this one too will make rice, these two will make chana, this two. No, so everyone is assigned, so just do it. So during, let's say one of the biggest administration was during Dadi Prakash Mani's time. Dadi Prakash Mani had 42 departments like to take care of. But then the relationship between Dadi Prakash Mani and the department was so much. I think Gayatri Man might remember. Many times Dadi suddenly said, "Oh, I take you all for picnic, right?" You all remember? So we are sitting there, have finished dinner. I always used to be with her mostly. So she said, I just clap and everything works, right? So I said, how does that work? So she said, called one of the person and like what is needed is transport and food, and so 2 3 of them came, and Daddy said, tomorrow I want to take them for picnic and Peace Park and on that top, so. And also she knows that double foreigners like gulab jamun. How many, everyone ate gulab jamun? Well, big size, good gulab jamun. Then they want chips, right? Oh, we haven't given you chips. And what else they need? Samosa? Ice cream. Mango. So Daddy will just say, and they say, okay, Daddy is done. Right? So then transport department arranges buses to go, kitchen department arranges, like they used to fry pakora, you all know. So some of the things like, interesting thing again that Daddy wanted to feed also, garam garam halwa, right? You remember? So what they do, they poach the wheat flour or whichever. They have Madhuban halwa where there are 3 things, and then there is cream of wheat, there is whole wheat, different kinds of halwas. So they poach it and take it to Peace Park, and then they on the stove they put it and put water. So you get very hot halwa. So it was the best where daddies have to eat, where everyone has to eat. There were 4 places for serving there. In Peace Park they put there, there, there. So I think that it's really somewhere the systems have to be created, but also your mind, relationship with the people. See, if your relationship is loving and friendly, Dadi never made them feel as if they are the ones. She will be with them. She will sit 2 minutes, fry few pakoras. She will then go to another place, make little bit halwa. Then she will go to third place where they are serving. Make herself present. But how it goes on, no? So I feel that I don't want to make comment on what I say, but because some people are very sensitive, when they come to me, they say, oh, was it me or was I? So I do it generally so that it's a lesson for all of us, and we have to trust and allow people to take responsibility. Sometimes I find that they are doing it and you just go, you start doing it, or you say, no, you can't do it. It's not what I want. Somewhere, if I keep doing, when I came to New York, I used to make food, but I didn't know like bread making, cake making, but I learned everything. So when dadis had to come, dadis used to come very often to New York. Every alternate year, either Dadi Prakash Mani, then that. So they came and it was smelling fresh bread because I just finished making. So Dadi said, who made bread? So I remained quiet. And then somebody said, Sister Mohini made bread. You still make bread? So I thought she will be happy, but what she meant that there is no one else who can make bread. Then, of course, what I learned that you have to create that kind of there should be second person, third person, fourth person, right? You will be surprised even for us, whether it is banking or anything. You know, I always tell in India, they say these foreign sisters could stay so long. Even India's sisters don't stay that long. Who will take care? And I say, no, the way we have set up everything, not, I mean, now we have in US something different, but from very beginning, you have your second person, third person, fourth person, because that is very, and that becomes my concern when I don't see that happening. And I said, not even second person. So if you are okay, then you keep doing it. Like one sister always like to wash pots at the night time. So from 10 she goes in the kitchen. So I told her, it's in Canada many years ago, why you, because then she washes, then others also do same. I said by 10 o'clock there shouldn't be sound of pressure cookers and pots and pans and everything. So I feel that if we look at Yagya, how it runs, and it's not that dadis have to run around or, you know, they could do, I could do too, means I am, now I can't do that much, but it's all right once in a while you love to cook. Mama used to cook on Wednesdays. But somehow or other, why we are not able to create or train or inspire, as I said, that others should also be able to do it so that yagya can continue and not depend on you. You know, like I was saying of how many places we trained about reading Murli and about how to present in a program, how to be MC a program. All these things have to be. So when you have all that, then you can be just giving drishti and because there should be one person, no, it's like a spiritual resource. Doesn't mean you don't do karma yoga, but not that you are always in karma yoga. Also doesn't necessary. So it's like a balance which we have to create. So maybe one time I will describe it nicely and
You could
tell
start
how to
now.
do it. Huh?
You could start
Not
now.
now. This Claudia, right? Claudia, where are you? She's at the back. She told me that the class I gave yesterday during day, so she took notes and she sent me all the notes. It's beautifully written. I thought I will get it printed and give to you all many points, right? Yesterday, which I shared. So she did very, very decent. When I read back, I felt this is what exactly I sent. So we will try to see about that. You know, one of the two things which are not happening, that when we were young, came to Yagya, every night from 9 to 9:30, we will have meditation and sharing amongst those who are in-house, what we call them, nivasis. There we shared like this one came and asked this question. These days, this is what it is. It's not like... and second is, that was very important night one. Any program we do, we always had a meeting. You know, always we talked about it. Everyone knows what's happening tomorrow. This will be the bhog, this will be serving. Like everyone knows everything. But these days what I find that somebody asks me, I even don't know who is bringing flowers tomorrow. I don't know who is making bhog. And they are very, otherwise everyone, if you are three of them, you or five, everyone should know tomorrow this is happening. So little these things can help, you know.
Is it because they want to save your time and energy and that they know that you trust them, that they don't have to tell you who's bringing the flowers? You know what I mean? Like, they know you trust them. So maybe they don't have to tell you every week
No,
who's
maybe
bringing.
you trust them, but some say, oh, they don't do. They will do, they will learn, they will practice. No? I always, when Dadis came, no, because we don't have many sisters from India, right?
Yeah.
We have Indian sisters, but from Caribbean. So some of those things with Dadis eat, they don't cook. So I will cook, and some learned. And now they exactly make as I would make, right?
Okay.
So this way it becomes easy. But it's not trust also, but it's just, you know that you will lead them. Right? I always say to everyone that Bhumi Ben and I had been together for 22 years. Doesn't mean we didn't argue, we are not different, we didn't fight, we did everything.
Yeah, it's a relationship, no?
But one thing I remember, and also her feelings, that this is what part I have to play, I have to serve. And I also thought that I need her. So we didn't discard at any time saying, I can't manage with this one.
Yeah.
No, I said. So I think that again sometimes some people think that somebody has to do what I want you to do. You have to allow both ways. You do what I want, but you also have choice. No?
Yeah, yeah.
So allow them to grow also independently, but also to create that relationship is very important. And I was telling them that so many came to me, they were 25, 26, most of them are now in 60s, but they have to kind of pass on, pass on, pass on. It's very important, so that even before, like we went to Madhuban, stayed 2 months, people couldn't believe, how can you all do that? What's happening? I thought everything is not only system but honesty. It's not, nobody even picks fruit and eat unless this is for general, this is for bhog, this is for the guests. So we have to organize, but also, yeah.
Didi, I had interviewed a few souls before coming tonight with you, and one question that came was, I'm old in Gyan, I'm following all of Baba's principles, Srimat, 24/7 in Seva, but I feel like I'm not moving. How would you respond to that
You are
soul?
moving, but not forward.
Yeah. That is true.
If you were not moving nothing, but you want to move little bit,
She wants to move
unlimited to unlimited. I like this. Sometimes I say something and I'm saying first time. And then I think when I said yesterday, unlimited to unlimited, not get like, okay, now I have my place, so first I have to do everything. First is yagya, that is your main yagya, then whatever you're doing. So it's like, expansion is like going beyond unlimited to unlimited. It's appreciated. Otherwise, we know now their only focus is local, right? What about, from where you are brought up, the way you are, so unlimited to unlimited. That's what I have seen in my life is that wherever I began and I continue, and then I have to go.
But she's saying like she doesn't feel that she's moving forward, even though she's doing Baba's Seva. She doesn't feel that she's moving forward. She's not growing.
See, there are two things. One is forward, but one is elevated. So as much I kind of go elevated and unlimited, elevated and unlimited, that expands your role or expands your assignments. And that's what I have. I was joking yesterday that when you get a new job, they want to see your previous job. One day Brijwan Bhai was sitting with me and said, many years they wanted me to be there. It's not now, since long time. And he said, but you did so well in Peace Village, you did so well here. Now you just come and help us there. Because they knew that maybe there are 2, 3 complaints, but mostly there is no complaint. So they see your job, they see whatever it is, and then you say, okay. So then you have to be ever ready to. And that's another thing. Elevated and ever ready will help you to see that, you could serve unlimited, that's all I could say. Mary had been part of many international, and surprise sometimes I see how much she must be managing administration all the time, right? CNC and
It seems like it sometimes.
lot actually, yeah.
But the challenge is, as you say, you always bring us out of the ground level and into the elevated level. So that's not only the challenge, but the opportunity.
So I sent you a question that on the journey, when you go inside to be with Baba, you're in a good place, it's positive, it's good, it's a nice experience, but it's not the depth of yoga. It's not the depth of yoga. You go inside, you're having a good experience. Have you ever bumped into like a wall? Like you land there, but there's further to go, but you can't go.
I could just give you one example, which Mama was like our teacher and friend. And we are very friendly during her health, all that, because I used to take care of her doctors and they were in Delhi. So she said that you want to go very fast. Yeah, BMW car. And there is this narrow bridge, when we come to Manwa. Now there is a bullock cart in front of you and you are in a very good car. What will you do? You go behind bullock cart. So she said, this way many of our past karmas, they come as bullock carts. And she said it is only through yoga power that bullock cart, that means those obstacles won't come and you can speed up. I really liked it. Second example, she used to say, Raj Yoga is the path where there can be thorns, but thorns can change into roses, and you will experience a path of roses. And that has stayed with me. It must be 60 years ago. And I always, whenever I find something pricking, means it's not, I immediately said, she said, it's only through power of yoga that thorns, as you will put your foot next, the thorns will change into flower petals, And sometimes I do, on my spiritual journey, use a lot of these. And that is why my interest since young age had been more to use more power of yoga, power of silence. Say whatever is necessary, but mostly like many things happen subtly, physically. And as much we use power of silence, power of yoga, because yoga is power, but I have to use that power. Right? And then you won't feel those bumps and you will not feel, it will be smoother, faster and pleasant also.
So I have a question about the future. Observing you these past few days, I've really been overcome with this feeling of appreciation, how I'm sitting in front of the instrument who Baba chose to be the main instrument to do his final task of transformation in the world, and also appreciating how Baba prepared the instrument and chose the instrument, and the drama is just so beautiful. But another thought that came to me was that Baba said, in the end, India will become unmanageable and the Brahma Kumaris will be asked to manage. So have you ever reflected on what that might look like?
Applications being accepted.
Dadi Prakashmani was in New York, and you know that she was very good administrator. So one time we were sitting and said, Dadi, if today you are asked to be the President of United States, will you accept? She said, no. I only will accept what is the establishment of the new world, pure world. I will not accept any responsibility, which is the position in Kali. And I still remember that. So today one very Baba's good child came to me and said, I want you, she just keeps saying, I want all the world leaders to know about you as a leader. So I want your friends, and she mentioned Vaudishri and all of them, to write one chapter in that book, each one of you, since they saw you, how it happened. And I want that book to be in hand of every president of the world. So she got this thought. And I just keep telling her that it will happen, you know. So we have to be sure where I am taking assignment, where I am taking responsibility, right? So is it in Kali Yuga or is it establishment of Golden Age, right? So we are completely different. And so we do what Baba. But one thing I found that I don't remember the role. But people start looking me now with that drishti. So something emerging in a very beautiful way too. Like yesterday I said about free in the exhibition, all that. I was not talking about anyone personally, which some take it. But what I meant, my thinking has changed and I'm saying, but we are such a big organization. We should become part of them and even give them 500 extra and say, let's plan it together. So you start like becoming part of them, and then, when, like for Baba, when our literature department began, Atam Prakash Bhai, he has press printing, even now. He was young, engineer, just became engineer, finished degree. I was there myself together. So they start printing these pictures and books, so you have to pay. And so Baba told me, 500 rupees, 5,000 rupees, you go and give him and tell him, put it as the seed money, because it's Baba's department, it's our department, and then of course you buy whatever you have to buy. So Baba taught us, and even now we are Baba's big family, big organization, so somewhere our image, our royalty, and Ramesh Bhai, and they always used to say that even for your money, certain percentage should be used for outside service, not only for everything in the house. Good Brahma Bhojan, good building, good everything, good furniture. But how much did you go in the community and use the resources to? In Canada, you have to spend 85%, no, 80% in community service.
80%.
You have to use, you cannot have saving more than 20% of your donation.
Wow.
Every country has, London has different. So Ramesh Bhai always used to emphasize, if you read his books, that how important it is to divide,
Yeah.
and because it's coming from the community and it's going towards also, there's some kind of principle. So I just said it because my feelings are now seeing as a whole more than local location, or so whatever even I say, I don't say, even of course, after seeing, maybe hearing a little bit also, I say things, but doesn't mean I am saying to anyone. But I am thinking, my thinking is changing. So I have to express myself. I would not have said this maybe last year, but I am saying it because it's for all of us. Even for me to see that how our Dadi Prakashmani, how much charity she did towards that. A lot of charity.
Yeah.
And she said only Brahmins eat Brahma Bhojan. And then she started sending buses to the villages to bring people. They should share some with also these people from the village. Why only Brahmins have to eat? I'm just giving example that maybe as much our part changes, you start getting different kind of feelings, and it's coming from all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Didi, are you happier to see us, or do you think we're happier to see you?
You asking them or me?
You. Are you happier to see us, or do you think
Oh, yeah,
we're
I'm
happier to see
very,
you?
very happy. That's one thing I want to say, that while you all attending, whether admin sessions, whether spiritual sessions, or I am on Zoom too upstairs when I can't be here. And I feel that this was very interesting. Everyone's participation is full-hearted, and it's kind of national feeling that we all are United States. Generally, people say United States of anxiety, but now I say United States of America.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anyway,
Shanti.
thank you both of you. Thank you.